Guys, I'm about to drop the biggest compilation of info that I've ever had to compile on this channel. And full disclaimer, I am not the source of all this data. Everything you're about to hear and see is publicly available on the Pipeline Discord as well as on Reddit and GitHub. So without further ado, let us begin with the new upcoming ships and vehicles for Star Citizen. Starting off with the Misc Fortune. It kind of sounds like misfortune, but we'll see. So that's gonna be an entry-level salvage ship, which is a direct competition with the Vulture and possibly may even be cheaper. Haha, that's a joke of course. It's got a full interior, complete with a bed and all the standard amenities like a head and a shower combo, and possibly roughly the same size as a Prospector. The components are mostly size 1, with only the cooling system and power plants being size 2. It's going to have 3 size 1 shield generators, which sounds good enough for a small size salvager. There are 2 weapon hardpoints, both of which are size 2, and you can also expect to have every single standard salvage operation available to you, like hull scraping, disintegration beam, and the processing station for your SCU boxes. The second ship, coming out from the same manufacturer, is the Misc Star Lancer. There are at least 2 variants of the ship, one of which seems to be the Star Lancer Max, featuring an expanded cargo area as suggested by the separate cargo grid entry. Both of those ships are focusing on exploration gameplay, and they are competing head-to-head with the RSI Constellation series. This is gonna be exciting, guys. The components listed in the files are mostly size 2, but the shield is actually a size 3. For weapons, we have dual size 4s for the pilot, and 2 more dual sets of size 4s for 2 separate remote turrets. That's 6 size 4s in total on this ship, and there is also 4 missile racks, which once again seems to be size 4, but probably contain double the number of size 2 missiles. And if that wasn't enough for ya, there is one major big surprise inside this ship. A drone operator seat, guys. It's finally happening, we're getting drones in this game, and the role of this drone is still unknown, but I'm sure we'll find out in just a couple of weeks' time. Next up, we've got a Crusader Intrepid, which is going to be a base starter ship with mostly size 1 components. Visually, the ship is going to be looking something between a C1 Spirit and a Crusader Ares series, and it features a big gun on the right side, probably something like a size 3, but that's gonna be a bespoke gun, so it's not gonna be swappable. And to top it all off, you're still getting size 1 marksman missiles. Quantity unknown at this point. For cargo, you're getting a small ramp and a cargo elevator as well, which are both listed in the files. Next up, we got 2 new land vehicles. The first one is going to be the Greycat CAV, or CAV for short, which seems to be a more military version of the STV. You're going to be getting a missile rack on this one, so that's going to be a direct competition for the Tumbril Cyclone AA. The second vehicle, the Argo CCV, is a bit more unclear. There are weapon racks inside, as well as cargo racks, and all of its components are size 0, which supports the idea of this being a land-based vehicle. Its dedicated cargo grid is of unknown quantity at this point, and there are no thrusters or quantum drives listed, so this may turn out to be something similar like the Drake Mule. I hope not, but the files suggest something similar to that. Last but not least, we are absolutely getting the full Hornet Mk2 lineup, as the files for the next patch have already confirmed. This also includes the Super Hornet, guys. It's also worth mentioning that there's gonna be a lot of paints. So many paints that I'm only gonna have to mention the best in show ones, cause those are otherwise unobtainable, and the color scheme is a bit meh. That's just my opinion on it. Let me know about your opinion in the comments below. Here is a list, you can pause the video and take a look at the other paints if you really have to. Okay, so far we've covered everything we currently know about the upcoming ships, and I know I missed the 4th variant of the Zeus, but guys, let's pretend that we don't know nothing about it. For now. So moving on to the quality of life changes. The minimap is going to be set to work inside the new cave archetypes, and this however excludes the old rocky caves because they will probably be getting replaced in the not so distant future. And speaking of quality, the new cloud system is getting further polish passes, allowing it to now stack different layers of clouds, as this example above Area 18 shows us. And moving on to the other cloudy environment, the global skybox is getting a bit darker with more detailed stars, and I guess it's better? Maybe? And it's likely here to stay, guys, judging by the total radio silence from CAG on this touchy subject, and we'll have to wait and see. But for now, it does look a bit better than the current version, and yes, I also miss the old OG skybox, guys. Trust me on that one. Now, I have to slow down a bit because the next part is important and my heart is racing, guys. I'm about to talk you through some exciting new gameplay features which are confirmed to be in development. And here is my second disclaimer. I'm not saying when those features are going to be coming out, but most likely all of this is going to be revealed at CitizenCon, so those features are being worked on actively right now. So, spoiler alert, guys, continue watching only if you want to be spoiled. So, let me start you off with something basic. Hacking. Judging by the names of those XML files, you kinda get the picture. There are going to be minigames with different canvas on the screens, including coordinates, nodes, path segments, and generally stuff that you might have already played with in different games. Next up, we've got more entries for the Titan suit, which is the military counterpart of the ATAOS exosuit, so we're gonna be shooting guns with this, and it's also going to give us some kind of survival bonus. This suit is slated for Squadron 42 first, so I don't think it's coming out anytime soon, but we'll see. You never know with CIG. Now, we're getting new creatures in this game, guys, and this new one is absolutely unknown. The short name is VLK. I have no idea what this stands for, and all of a sudden I gotta stop right here. This is me 30 minutes in the future, still editing this video, and new information just came in. This creature here, guys, is actually the sandworm from the third planet in the Lair solar system. It's called the Valakkar, and it's apparently being worked on. This is absolutely huge news! Here are the best bits of information that we currently have. There is going to be 3 different types of it based on the age. We've got the juvenile, the adult, and the apex, which is possibly the humongous one shown in CIG's Javelin Wreck video. All 3 of those sandworm types will have, wait for it, a speeding projectile type attack, which could also possibly have new status effects on the target's health. It could be venomous, dealing damage over time, or maybe slowing down movement and possibly paralyzing you if you don't have the necessary antidote or the right type of gear on you. Those sandworms already have a Galactipedia entry giving you some good information on their diet, and meat is definitely on the menu there, boys, so get your rifles ready, get your Helldiver's costume ready, cause hunting will soon be upon us. And guys, this is gonna be happening in the Stanton system on planet Daymar as well as on Pyro on the planet Monox. So once again, let me put it to you this way. We are getting sandworms in Star Citizen, and this CitizenCon is going to have something ready for us to see and possibly even play like the last year's tech preview of Pyro. Next up, we got some new BOIDS, which are basic animals with no sophisticated AI system, and the list includes a type of rat found in Pyro, which I already consumed last year during the tech preview. It's actually a delicacy there, you can consume it in the form of roasted skewers, and it's pretty disgusting. Then we have a new bird species called the condor, followed by the first water species, the Kaplan koi fish. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Then we have the Stormwhales, which have an entry now, but this doesn't mean they're finished, so don't get hyped just yet. And finally, there is a more known creature, which is a Vindo, a type of fish which already has its own entry inside the Galactipedia, so you can check it out there. And with all this in mind, I'm done talking, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Egos signing out.